Hey everyone, today, in honor of the MCU returning to theaters this week with Captain America Brave New World, me and my dad are going to rank the entire MCU with the tier list. Let's do this.
Starting with Phase 1, and now these are my rankings, right?
Yes,
Okay,
I haven't seen everything MCU yet. I've
that's
seen
true.
a lot. I've seen all of Phase 1, Phase 2, etc., etc. I just haven't gone to 2023 yet. 2023 to 2025, I haven't seen any of that yet.
Making our way through slowly. I've
Yeah,
I've got a lot of catching up to do for
and
you.
and Thor: The Dark World, I haven't seen all of that. I didn't really care about that one.
We'll get to that. All right, for now, Phase 1, we're
Yes.
doing an S tier ranking, and we also have a category for
Well,
haven't seen because there are some things on here that I haven't seen, not in Phase 1, but eventually.
yeah. Well, actually, you go by movie, and then you can put it in either tier. It doesn't matter which tier.
Yeah, but also I'm gonna rank them within the tiers as well in order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then it's still like you kinda know which one is better still.
If you've seen S tier rankings before, I'm sure you probably know more about this than I do because this is
Yeah,
not something I do a
this is
lot.
our first time we're entering a new world.
A
A
brave new
whole
world.
new
Right. Okay, and we're gonna go in order of release, starting in Phase 1, and we gotta start with, of course,
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man.
Yeah, the MCU started off with a bang.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer for me. This is an S tier movie, okay?
Yeah.
It kicked
Yeah.
off the entire MCU, and it did it amazingly. I mean, this is what got it all
Yeah.
going. There would be no rest of the MCU. You see all these movies down here?
Yeah, all of these 30-ish movies.
None of this would exist in these shows and all this stuff if it hadn't been for RDJ
Yeah.
and Iron Man. Love this
Yeah,
movie.
and, like, some of the best stuff, like Avengers: Endgame, which we'll get to in a little bit, wouldn't exist without this, so we gotta thank this movie for doing that, and, of course, Iron Man is phenomenal,
I mean,
so,
Robert Downey Jr. single-handedly got the
yeah.
MCU going.
It
He
was a
was
controversial choice too, like,
at the time,
just
yeah.
choosing that person for the job was very controversial, and many people were
Do
scared,
you even
but
know why it was controversial?
yes, because I know that he was into, like, some
He had
yeah,
some drug and
drugs.
alcohol abuse scandals in the
My
90s and early
yeah.
aughts. Yeah, but RDJ, I mean, there is no MCU without RDJ. Love this movie. And
He's coming back soon. Spoilers.
spoilers. I love Jeff Bridges too. I mean, come on, any movie with Jeff Bridges is gonna be.
Who was he, Rhodey or
No, Jeff Bridges plays
Obadiah?
yeah, Obadiah.
Yeah, he was great.
Tony Stark made this in a cave.
Yeah. One of the funniest and most iconic lines in that movie.
All right, got it kicked off with a
Yeah.
bang. S tier Iron Man. The Incredible Hulk, not S tier. Okay, I'm gonna.
Haven't seen it in a long time, but yeah, not S tier.
But it's not that bad either.
It's like
It,
C
it's
tier.
a solid C tier movie for sure. I mean, it's
It's
fine.
it's like I don't know why they haven't made a new one. I mean, yeah, the universal rights and everything, but they were able to do it at the time, and they made a She-Hulk show, so, like, and he's been in a lot of MCU movies, so I feel like a standalone sequel would be good to have
And
someday.
interesting that we're doing all of this because Brave New World comes out this week.
Yeah, and
Thunderbolt Ross
going red.
in this movie. I gotta think there's probably gonna be some Incredible
Oh,
Hulk references in.
there are some
Well, don't
connections.
tell me because
Yes.
I don't like spoilers.
He doesn't watch trailers or anything.
I don't. All
He
right,
doesn't try to.
Iron Man 2. Um, Iron Man 2 gets a lot of hate. You actually like this movie a lot more than most people do.
Yeah, I used to like it more than the first, but I think the first is way better now, but I think it's not that bad.
I don't think it's as bad as people want to say it is. Like,
There's some really good stuff in here, like him and his father and all that, like getting to see that, and
yeah.
that continues to Civil War and all that. Like that is a huge part of Civil War.
I think what this movie suffers from, just underutilized villains.
Yes,
Whiplash. The scene at the race is
yes,
amazing. Love that. But
yes, yes.
otherwise, in the Hammer, I mean, he's great in this movie. But just overall, it's just villains are kind of meh.
You got Hammer Tech.
All right,
Yeah.
let's move on to Thor.
I watched this movie recently, trying to rewatch the Thor movies. I didn't get to the second movie, though. I wasn't able to watch that. I didn't really like it, so, uh,
I'm gonna say B
yeah.
tier. I think it's a it's a solid 8 to me.
Hmm. I don't know if I agree with that, but I
Yeah.
think it's like a 7 or 6.
Well,
6.5.
it's our introduction to Thor, which also means it's our introduction to Loki, and
Oh, yeah. Loki, I mean, he has one of the best he's one of the best villains, and he has one of the best MCU things, period. MCU series is
I mean, what a
yeah.
cast! Anthony Hopkins as Odin, Rene Russo. I mean, Natalie Portman. You know, I have a Natalie Portman love affair, but the
Padme?
I think it's because she kind of looks like your mother. I think it's
Hey, we
somewhat
don't
okay.
okay, let's not talk about this. Bleep. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Thor. It's
Yeah.
pretty standard fare, but
It wasn't like, crazy like Iron Man. It wasn't like really high up there, but it's
I
fine.
I do enjoy the whole not being worthy
Yeah.
of the hammer.
And then that how that plays through a lot of the other movies in the future, like,
Yeah,
that is actually crazy how much it plays to even the latest Thor movie,
yeah.
and I'm really excited to see what else they might do with that. Okay.
All right, Captain America, the first Avenger. Hmm.
I like it. I think that, it's definitely the least out of the 3, but
Out of the three Captain America movies,
yes,
yeah.
but, you know, I think it's still a good start, and it is a good introduction to one of the best Marvel superheroes of all time. So, I think that, you just have to, put
Well,
it somewhere.
it's not your ranking. I'm gonna put it behind Thor. I'm gonna say it's another B tier
Huh?
movie. I just, you know,
I might need to kick him out.
hey, it's my rankings. This was your idea, so you're just gonna have to live with it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, our introduction to Steve Rogers. It's great.
Yeah.
I enjoy. Man, love Peggy Carter.
Yeah, that
Um,
was good.
I love that this movie, unlike the others before it, you don't really get that happy,
Ending.
perfectly tied in a bow ending.
It shows the rest of him, like, throughout the rest of the movies up to Endgame, just having to deal with the fact that he doesn't really belong in
Yeah,
the new time.
man out of time, and
Yeah.
it's something that continues to play out through the rest of
Mhm.
the movies with Chris Evans. Love it. Yeah, love
Yeah.
it. All right, and that leads all up to
Avengers.
Avengers. Um, I
A tier, come on, please. A tier. It doesn't have to be S tier, okay? It can be A tier.
yeah, no, I think you're right. I've come to not love it as much as I did initially. I mean, seeing it in
Well,
theaters
look,
in 2012, it was amazing.
but then
It was a romp.
all of the other movies just came out, and then it's like, "Oh, well, not as good as I remembered it,"
A
but
lot of times though, when I think about these, like ranking these movies, and by the way, I'm ranking them in just in terms of enjoyment personally.
yes.
Um, like do would I if I'm looking at this right here, what would I rather see right now? Would I rather sit down and watch Iron Man or Avengers?
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man for sure.
Such a fun movie.
Thor or Avengers? See, that's where it gets a little murky for me. I'm like, as fun as Avengers is, I don't know. I mean, I
I
kind of like some of
think
these more character focused stories a little bit. But I mean, it is what it is. Avengers, it culminated all of phase
yes.
one, and it really
And it's
took the
still
MCU
yeah.
to another stratosphere.
Yeah, and none of these other movies, like, we wouldn't have Endgame without the first movie, you know?
And this was the first movie that what I think technically you were alive for. You might have been alive for
No,
Captain
Captain America
America
came out in July of that year.
of 2012. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
2011.
2011. Then you weren't alive then.
Yeah, so I was definitely not alive for that. So that was definitely my first movie,
Yeah.
Avengers. That's crazy.
And here you are making me
All
rank
grown.
them for you. Okay. Well,
Thanks for watching our Phase 1 tier list video, and make sure to like and subscribe, and wait until part 2 comes out with Phase 2. And Dad, please do better next time.
No.